I remember buying Tims, and I put them on once, and I never wore them again. It was like the most...
I don't think I could pull them off. I've got like very thin legs, and having big shoes wouldn't be great. But speaking of which, how can I make this work?
Clown shoes!
We are going to be seeing, of course, the final map of the day. Group B coming to an end. What a journey it's been. The bomb is down, as you might expect. 5-on-5 retake. Oh. What a way to kick things off. And the fragging is underway. Taps in to open things up.
Yeah, into the 4v5. Movistar Riders, a man down in the retake. Big shoes for a little man on the wraparound. Mopos trying to deal with Keto, and he will find it. 4v4 now. That's leveled the playing field.
2 in that cave side. daviG does connect the dots on the USP, and there's more where that came from. Movistar, 2 frags needed. Make it just the 1. faveN spins around, can't find the shot. We will not go Movistar's way. Saved it. Saved it. Oh, holy moly.
It was a chaotic start. What can we say? But it will be big. Taking the pistol there. A 5-on-5 retake towards the B bomb site. Just what you want to see. And Big will take the round. And presumably, Movistar Riders purchasing into the second. They did save some Kevlar for Martinez. 2 frags to his name as well. So you'd assume a buy. He's dropping a FAMAS, purchasing a Scout. And here we go. Off to the races. Big with 3 Galils and an AK-47. Alex, I have to say, you did an amazing job with the players. I'm sorry you're stuck with me after that one. That was, you had 2 of the most brilliant Counter-Strike minds in the world, and now you're left with 2009 Counter-Strike Source Player of the Year.
Excuse me, I'm with grand finalist of the Caster Challenge.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, all right. Pound for pound, one of the best in the game.
Well, what have we got
here?
You
actually have 2 potential winners of a Caster Challenge. Obviously, that was how I got started. That's how Dinko even got started.
Medal of Honor, Allied Assault.
And Medal of Honor in there as well. There's a lot of
I'd love to pick your brain about your Medal of Honor career at some point.
Of course.
It was very short-lived.
If we get any downtime, I can answer any and all questions.
Harry has 100% tournament
I just want to talk about
the
current meta of Medal of Honor, really, and what your thoughts are on him.
We'll come back to that. And, we are going to be seeing faveN double spray onto them. What's happened, guys? Why did we lose our marbles? Can we go find them?
They're around here somewhere. Okay. But for now, it's the outcome we expected. You know, it's another big execution towards B. It goes very well for them. Alex and Martinez dropped, and it's going to be a clean sweep. Marbles found.
I always get freaked out when we keep talking about Alex because I'm convinced half the time I've missed something. I'm like, oh, Alex did what? What did he do?
Well, Alex is playing very well right now.
Thank you.
Both of you are, to be fair. I've loved your contributions today on the commentary desk. I didn't think I could handle kind of keeping those 2 players under.
It felt like I was spinning 2 plates.
No, and you did a great job. Cheers. They love to talk.
They do,
and
that's
they want to talk on every detail. And you're trying to go, I just need to jump in here for a second.
No, it's great. I'll just give me 1 minute. Well, Movi, preserving 3, is it just going to be like a bonus type situation now where they like kind of just try and support them with a flash or 2, do something aggressive?
I guess with MP9s, they would be very well suited towards the cave position, which is key territory right now in the current meta. The T side is actually favored on Ancient. Who would have thought we'd have got there after it was initially released and everyone's saying it's the strongest CT map in the pool, and now T favored? Insane.
It's going that way a lot across the board, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think obviously the updates that we've had have very much influenced that, and that's on either end of the spectrum. We can revisit this in a second because the opener found for daviG, and of course now would be the perfect time to talk about it. So I'll go right back to the topic I dropped.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know, when they push the CT spawn back a tiny bit.
Stop you there, Harry. We're going to see another kill there. Mopos fragging with the FAMAS, so we're going to see a rebuttal. Back to you.
So as you were saying.
So when they pushed the spawns back, obviously that was like a big part of it, right? It's just lightly kind of changed the timings, in particular over towards like mid. Some of these peaks that you could look to do down like B ramp, even the cave timing. CTs used to get to cave long before Ts got there. Now it's like a kind of even fight on this first choke point. So yeah, you know, there's been changes as well as nerfs to the A1S, but flashes through.
That's info. They got the info, but Martinez, he's just cracked Krimbo's skull.
Movistar Riders won so many of these sort of rounds on Nuke. It was heartbreaking to watch for Big. Can they fight their way out of a 4-on-2? It's hyped and tabs in. Smoke towards long and short. There is a pesky Deagle waiting on the bomb side. Mopos confirms the round. Down the hyped now. 35 seconds. He will recover the bomb, but the dream is dead. The round is over. Movistar Riders poster first as the room erupts. They are loving killing it today. They are looking very sharp, I have to say. All jokes aside, they are looking... They've come out of the trap swinging.
I think reality is set in for them as well now. With this map picked up, they can smell it. Like, they can actually almost, like, touching distance of the playoffs.
Bear in mind, it was just a couple of weeks ago at CCT, we were talking about this team hadn't won a best of 3 in 3 months. And now they're on the precipice of maybe qualifying for the playoffs here at Pro League. What a turnaround in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think, was it these guys who said, you know, their goal going into that was like, yeah, just win a match, just win a game.
Yeah,
like, that was really as low as the expectations were, but what a rise back we've had.
Yeah, beating Complexity and Saw in order to get here. If they could take big, a huge scalp and a playoff spot at Pro League would be huge, considering what Henry has outlined.
Well, let's see what can be done here. Big on the back foot after conceding the previous round, an AWP for Martinez, who has looked excellent. And for now, it's Keto. Tech 9 only. Smoke towards middle here.
It's going to do nothing because Martinez has the line. He's holding the AWP line, so... Oh, actually, it's a donut smoke. It does something. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's a mist smoke. And therefore, once again, Martinez has the call for Red Cross. They can... Oh, they're going aggressive. Boss. He gets 2 with a FAMAS, and now daviG should be set for success. It's Krimbo good for it. And only Alex. Sourcehold to rotate through. Alex will tuck into Cave, so... It's going to be about a 2-on-2 now. Oof, definitely now. 2v3, and Krimbo is going to hit every shot he takes. That's miraculous.
Yeah, back and forth we go. The bomb's planted, but Martinez, he's in towards Cave at the AWP. Maybe the worst weapon for the job, but he nails the shot. And we will see Krimbo go down another round in favor of the Movistar Riders. It's very loud in here right now. It's just what we need. The last game of Group B, final map, and they are fired up.
Yeah, they are a team of mates. You know, they've managed to rebuild this team, get new names in. Sorsol, he's come back to a roster that speaks Spanish. He was really forging a path in the international roster. Comes in, gets to be a part of the best team from his region, and they're trying to rebuild something. You know, they really got to top 5 in the world at one point. That's quite the peak for Movistar Riders, and it's been a very humbling path back down. You know, it's like those coin games where you just bounce off all the pegs on the way down. It's been really quite humbling for Movistar Riders. A playoff spot is certainly going to be a nice remedy.
When was the last time you played a coin game with pegs, Harry?
By the Brighton Pier.
Yeah, actually not that long ago. I go to the arcades every now and again, and I sling my QPs around. They're still going strong on the south coast of Britain, and Krimbo. Lovely.
I don't even know what's happening.
Southern coast through into daviG, but he will repel this take. Bouncing around, the 2-peep is stuck. Keto dead through the smoke, and no jackpot on this round.
Certainly not.
Kerplunk.
Kerplunks all round. faveN will faveN. I keep doing this. We're going faveN.
I think it's faveN.
Yeah. I keep like switching
him
every round.
Well, yeah.
I hate myself for it. I apologize. I'll go with faveN, and we'll stick with that. But big, yeah, this is looking rough for them. Like Movistar Riders stealing these rounds away. Now with the lead on the CT side, momentum's on their side as well. Round 6 and the AWP hype for the first time. Krimbo, some nice shots here, but not quite enough, I'm afraid. Mopos, great tournament from him. Martinez as well. AWP connecting, and daviG, when he's starting to show form as well, this is a dangerous-looking Movistar Riders.
Determined and holding CT rounds. You know, but the more they post here, the better it feels in that second half. Tabson in towards a smoke. He's going to be held by Sorsol.
Oh! Wow, okay. Sorsol shouldn't be winning that fight. He has to turn around. Tabson has all the elements of surprise there. All 3 of them, Alex. Oh, Martinez!
Wind!
Krimbo! 1v3 over at ramp, but he's smoked off, and he's got the bomb on his back. That's the only thing going his way right now.
I think he just needs to cool off. Use this kind of 1 minute they have to have a discussion. Use it as a tactical timeout almost, while he'll just be navigating through T-spawn.
Ah, yes, I think Sorsol might have the element of surprise here towards the A side of things. Well, it's right next to iron and magnesium on the periodic table. He's actually found the path of least resistance. Sorsol is not donut, so if he walks through, he's going to have access to a plant. Like, Krimbo has nailed this. Alex is going to be worried about Red Room about now. But Krimbo, you know, he's been getting himself muddy in the waters. He's camouflaged, and he's snuck all the way in to A.
30 seconds. And the bomb is actually going to be planted here. So Round might be out of his reach, but he'll give it a good go. If he can bring us down to a 2 versus 1 quickly, there might be a chance, but it's been thwarted. Another successful retake from Movistar Riders. The money will be there, though. In terms of loss bonus, they'll get 2,900, another 800 on top of that. So another partial buy on the cards here, but Big are starting to shrink. They haven't looked themselves in that second half of Nuke. Rounds just falling apart left and right, losing to pistols and these force buys and continuing to look unfortunate. And a lot of these duels as Alex mowing them down again. This is a great job from Martinez.
Dude, yeah. Martinez has been sick. Like, filling in the boots of some Pius is like a down near impossible
and
task.
Everyone's like comparing you to your former Opera as well, right?
Yeah, huge shoes to fill.
So it is the Tech 9s, the Mac 10s, basic utility, 3 smokes, maybe an A execution here, but they're going towards middle once again, trying to beat the utility en route. Haven't taken much damage yet, so picking up the pace. Do they push him towards Red Room? It's very meta right now.
I love this. daviG, he is going to have heard it. A loud cross, but they're ahead of it. It's a big duel. Tech 9, 1 bullet accuracy, and he gets 2 for the price of 1. daviG loses CT, but didn't clear his corners there. tabseN expected it with Krimbo's position, but he didn't go checked. Soursol's aggression rewarded. And the round will just fall apart like that. Knife out.
They need a timeout here for the big side. This is spiraling. Like we just said, this is a T-sided map, and they're supposed to be the most tactically proficient team in this matchup, and they're getting absolutely blown out the water. So yes, it will be a tactical timeout. tabseN, deep breath required here.
No, it looks like a technical timeout, Henry.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
This is a Movistar Tech timeout.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to...
I don't want to. It was a good point you were making.
Yeah, it was great up until that moment.
We brought out 2 songs at once there, was that?
Yeah, it's
Harry's
a remix.
got a very perceptive ear.
No, I think it is just the one.
Harry Russell, Duncan Trussell.
Oh, his teammate got out of his chair to help him with the tech issue. Now, that's what you love to see.
Mopos is a team player.
Yeah. So just a slight sound issue we're hearing, so should be underway.
This is actually interesting, or moderately so, for the Tech Pause. Movistar Riders, they actually posted their first win in recent Counter-Strike history up against Complexity on Ancient. Up until that point, they'd been losing to Bad News Eagles, SAW, that was actually CCT, the BNE, Copenhagen Flames, and Heroic. That was all this year, in January and February. And so their first win coming in March, and obviously they weren't winning much up until March. So Movistar Riders looking to string together 2 Ancient wins in a row here, and it would be for the playoffs of EPL. This could be a massive win if Big Clan don't start to stabilize now. Now, they've got everything out. They got hyped on the AWP, and daviG flashed off. He's going to be able to hide in plain sight in the smoke. And there should be an opportunity. Oh, Keto bangs him out. A quick one, straight to the face.
But can they convert this advantage? That was a massive problem on Vertigo as well. Finding these opening picks, having territory on the map, and then the round falls apart due to an aggressive maneuver. The CTs try it towards the cave, and they are shut down. This is looking much better for Big. 5 on 2. Surely there's no way they give this one up. I'm saying that with bated breath. They might give it a go, as Sasol will be pushing in towards the A tunnels here. Krimbo should have him, you would think. Perfectly lined up and taken down. There we have. It's just going to be Alex remaining.
That was so from Source Soul. And you reap what you sow. So, Alex. Ooh. Yeah, he's going to win the first duel onto Krimbo. The bomb's making its way through cave side.
There we go. The excitement, the prospect of a 1v5. We can all forget about it now. Nice couple of kills, but Big, they'll just decide, like, okay, what about if we actually win this one now?
So, just to go back to an old topic here. So, Medal of Honor. You came 3rd place in the National Championship. 3rd place, World Championship. Was it a one-on-one tournament?
No, it was like free-for-all. Like, that was how they used to run it back in the day. It was free-for-all, set time, most kills wins.
What was your weapon of choice in the tournament?
I was kind of known, really, for two guns.
Okay.
That was my name, Harry Two Guns. That was what they used to
do. 2 Guns McGee.
Yeah. And you know, it was the Car 98 and the because it has to be
bolt action, right?
And the Thompson.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah. So kind of
switch between the two.
No, just like class dependent. Yeah.
God B there looking a little bit like a sad Keanu. Not a happy bunny.
Well, there we have it. Big do start posting some rounds here after winning the pistol and the follow-up conversion, conceding 5 in a row. Movistar Riders off to a flyer here, but finally They are silenced, but they still have a nice full buy and plenty of residual cash. Hyped with the AWP, watching towards middle, and very slow default here presented. No one really committing. Keto, a little bit more active towards middle.
Yeah, interesting extinguish from faveN. I think he wanted a fake presence B. Spots another as Martinez racks up 2 Germans and knocks them down.
He is feeding himself today. Perfectly played there. Peels off as well.
I love the jumps when you get the info for the bolt. Like it's
just when you're kind of pulling the what's it called? The charging
bolt
handle back. Yeah.
What do you do now if you're big? Like, one guy's just kind of sucked all the momentum out of this round. You know, you kind of tried to show your opening hand over in mid, and Martinez bit the damn thing off. Now you're left with, what, like grouping, hitting B. They've got 2 Molotovs, 1 smoke, so an angle will be left open here. Yeah. You know, they can't get rid of both short and long. They are going to have to fight someone to get in here.
Smoke's deployed, Molotov going in as well. Last chance of making anything of this round. All 3 will be making their way up towards the ramp. CTs will have 3 players here lying in wait. Good and a little boost as well. And it might be the double spray down. Lots of damage inflicted, but they do pull a kill back and potentially the plant coming through. So Tabson on the sniper. He will have to go above and beyond to even stand a chance in this one. Let's see what he can make of it.
It hinges on Krimbo. If he can get like 1 or 2 before Martinez closes a gap on Tabson. And Tabson actually, going proactive on this one. Just looks away as they cross through. Damn, dinked. That's a problem for Tabson and does get away with it. He actually hit them both. Krimbo connects. Waiting for Martinez is Alex. And they're doing it. A 2v4 shaping up nicely. Only Martinez can save them. And that's all he needed. Just in the nick of time. Martinez, their superstar, serves a 6th.
Yeah, that was the 5-on-3 coming down to the 1 versus 1, but they got it over the line, and they've got plenty of money, so no harm, no foul. They recover the AWP, and even with the plant, they do have a buy on the big side, but they still need some rounds here. Unable to find consecutive after winning the pistol round, and they'll be equipped with AKs and a Galil here as well. But Movistar Riders looking so strong.
Dude, I like Martinez will have games like this where he'll be like 13-2, but he's not like being passive with the AWP. Like, homie's taking opening duels. That's how he likes to play. He likes to be involved early. First map of this series, for crying out loud. Guy was involved in half of all opening duels that took place in that map. He loves to be involved on the front lines with that AWP. And the fact that he's got like Jame-level deaths while being this involved is crazy.
Yeah, well, it's another opening advantage here for the Spaniards. We're going to have Hyped left alone in middle with the AWP 4-on-3. daviG reclaiming the A cave as well, so this is actually kind of huge. They can start gathering information, locking big in towards middle. And with 1:10 on the clock, I dare say he could get a couple of kills if he continues with this pacing.
Yeah, it's actually brave of him to keep pushing. Doesn't need necessarily to, but it is going to be round defining as he does round this corner and he's going to be a back turn. Does he actually opt to clear? Oh, it's going to be clean. That's a tasty double. Clinical and a finish as well.
Oh, they are getting owned out there right now.
Timeout. Get God beyond the mic. I really think like someone needs to pull the ripcord.
They seem to have a lack of awareness, and they're not having key positions covered, being backstabbed, and there's no chance of a rebuttal. Money's being drained now as well. Nice mid-approach, managed to get a trade, but wasn't quite enough. Left A open, and they pay the price. daviG showing incredible form here. But it's Martinez stealing the show. 14 kills, 2 deaths. Oh my God.
A stark contrast when you take a look at the player cams, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, it just looks like they're having the best time.
Morale is going to be low for Big right now. They need to focus up. Final map of the group.
Trying to rush cave. Mopos smart, defensive smoke dropped. Ah, that's better.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Tech9's giving it a go. Shake of the stick is Alex as he wants to play up close. Up against Tech9's, this could be exploited. Look how much cave territory they've already managed to garner.
Well, can they find the element of surprise?
Oh, Tech9 will hit that timing. Alex up close to the smoke at ramp. Head on a swivel. Commanding hold of this B site. Dead after a double, but he's done his part in the round. They go back to hold this cave flank. However, daviG's dodged this man that's hunting him. Lots of damage done to Krimbo as well as he tries to close the gap. Tabson, that's so unfortunate. And Krimbo's a dead man. daviG cooks up that round. The answers to it found on the flank. And Movistar, a 4th in a row now.
This is getting unreal. And it's going to be another timeout here. It's done cool by Big. GodB needs to find a miracle for the boys. Money, with maximum loss bonus on the plant, they're fine, but still 8-3 down on the T side.
The fact that this is their first timeout is kind of crazy.
I know,
to me.
right?
Like, it feels way too late.
Yeah. Like, the way they've been losing rounds have been concerning, right? You want to kind of just slow the momentum down.
Like, from the get-go, I can kind of understand. I guess when you're in that, like, first 5-round streak for Movistar, you know, you maybe... Because they get plants in 2 of them, right? So there's, like, this idea of, okay, we didn't win the round, but it's whatever. Like, we came close. We got into a spot where we could have done something. But I don't know, man. I feel like there's been some glaring issues. They're not getting given respect. Movistar have even called in attack pause of their own. I like this.
I've got a reason to start worrying. If you're a big Clan fan tuning into the broadcast, I've got a big reason to start worrying. That heroic comeback from Movistar Riders on Ancient against Complexity that we keep referencing was on the T side. It was 12 T rounds.
So they're just getting warmed up right now.
This is the weak side. They got 4 rounds on their CT side against Complexity and still won the map. They've currently got 8 in the bank, and even better than that, Mopoz went from having a meager 7 frags total into the terrorist side. He got 20. A 20-kill T side. If he gets into another heater, we could be really waving the white flag for Big Clan.
I think, you know, we're past the point of, like, looking at stats and history for Movistar. It feels like finally everything's, like, clicked into place. You know, like, they kind of have that, like... that confidence that comes, because, you know, when we had them on the couch the other day, they were saying, like, yeah, man, we were kind of depressed.
I think that's my point.
Are we just bad? Like,
they were just heartbroken for a while, I feel like they felt like hard done by from how it went down with Sunpius and the position they were in, top 5 in the world, and crashing down to where they are now. It's understandable, but they've picked themselves up, and they're looking incredibly sharp right now. Glimmers of the former selves here, as we'll see Mopoz once again in toward this K position. He's got plenty of teammates around him as well.
Such a pain to get through Mopoz. Always these close corners, finds a gap, finds an angle. We're going for a donut control now. Flash onto Martinez. He's good for it. Oh, tabseN.
He's not going to die.
Putting out the nades.
Yeah, and the bomb as well.
Oh. And like that's an error that, yeah, exactly. Like tabseN doesn't normally make that mistake. Big don't normally make that mistake. This is crazy, man. This is either fatigue or the pressure. They can feel it getting away from them, but this isn't right.
Ledge. No one's watching Ledge. Hype safe. This is awkward as hell. Martinez is still alive, and that's the flank. This is really painful.
Yeah, this is not the Big we know and love.
No, it feels really cooked right now, man. faveN, nice tap back. Krimbo with another. They're trying to find a way back into this, and they've given us a convincing case for it, but this bomb is still a problem. It's not going to stop being a problem till they have it back either. Movistar, that is crazy from faveN. Runs through the smoke.
Got 30 seconds.
So it has to be A, unless he goes spawn and hightails it all the way to B, and it's not going to be the case. So Molotov down, they can assume it will be an A plant here. No utility on the CT side, but they do have the man advantage here. But Krimbo, he is the only player fragging right now. Can he step up? Apparently not. Another round slips by the wayside, I have to say. Probably didn't deserve to win that one with the way it opened up, with the bomb going down in front of Donut. No trade potential. Spacing was terrible. And yeah, that's a really disappointing mistake from tabseN.
Yeah, normally you consider like catching someone.
Look at the body language there. Sorry.
No, please, no. It's actually important. You can see everyone like no one is speaking. We've all been in games like that before.
Yeah.
Where like
we definitely are.
We definitely.
Yeah, you and I.
And you know, I think that's one of the biggest reasons why like maybe there hasn't even been like timeout usage yet, right? Like you can just feel the vibes like super sour. You almost don't want to add to it by like trying to be like, guys, come on, like you know, like we can pump this up. You know, like everyone's just sat there hating the fact that they're still in this series, still in this game.
Bear in mind, for what all of this we said, they've played a game earlier this morning as well.
Yeah.
The fatigue levels, it's coming up to midnight. Of course, they're tired, and the way Movistar Riders have come into this in such an emphatic manner, it's understandable. They keep stealing these rounds away. Martinez is 16 and 3. Ooh. This time he does miss a shot. Will he be taken down? Back up from the rifles coming through, and it's a bounce towards the B bomb side, looking much better for Alex, I'm afraid. No kills found for Big, and they're smoked out. Oh, God.
Well,
I don't even want to get hyped about this. I feel bad for Big.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, dude. Krimbo like looking up at the sky, and he got hunted down.
Should I go speak to him? Go over and just pick him up. So, lads, come on. Come on, let's do it. We can do this.
Timeout, lads. GodB on the mic. Something, I don't know.
I really think
I'll go over.
This is like a capitulation, you know, like this is, and that's a phrase that folks love nowadays. But
Everyone's saying that,
yeah,
aren't they?
yeah, it's really caught on. Capitulation stocks through the...
Harry, have you ever caught Hugo capitulating?
Oh, he does it all the time, everywhere.
He does?
Oh,
yeah.
shit, they've got the Royal Flush on the CT side as well. 4 AKs and an AWP. It's the best setup you can have. You heard of that expression before, Harry?
Yeah, that's good.
Like that.
Oh, B-Rush.
And now it's a B-Rush.
Martinez. That AWP fires off for the first and the second. Martinez, it's target practice. It's like an archery video right now. He's just lighting them up. And they're standing there, knocked off their pedestal. Martinez with a third.
The ref needs to call this one off. They're not defending themselves to this
Throw in
stage.
the towel.
Oh, it's amazing for Movistar Riders. They can't believe their luck. They're just throwing themselves into these bomb sites, not finding anything at all. They're having so much fun. The stark contrast in body language right now. My God. Round 15. This has been, what, a 5-minute affair? A T-sided map, and you're going to be 12-3 down, potentially. They've got a full buy, but once again, Martinez just being fed frags. Even has chances to miss.
Like, how often do you see that? Like, just 3 re-peaks, same angle, and he's just farming, racking up.
But exactly. I think that just shows Movistar can feel that, like, Big are out of this game. You know, like, Big are in their heads. There's no util to make life uncomfortable for Martinez. AWPers don't normally get away with re-peaking the same angle continuously. Normally, that's a bad move. You'd be staring at that going, what's he doing there?
Mate.
Why does he keep re-peaking this? But
Hype's
I don't know. He can tell.
Dead.
Yeah, walking, knife out, little jump over, gets the info. Martinez with a missed shot, but into Sorsol they go. Oh, man! He's up for the ace. Go get it. Krimbo puts him in the dirt, but now Martinez is here as the buffers stop to finish what Sorsol started.
Das ist nicht okay, Alter. Das ist was ist das Wort?
I don't know.
What? How do I say disgusting? Dégueulasse. No, yeah, that's French.
That would work as well. Just combine the two.
Das ist schlecht.
There we go. There we go.
12-3. Yikes from me. DAWG.
Too long, sitting so quiet, nice, looking like David Goliath, fighting the giants, killing the tyrant, ducking the sirens. I don't care if my account is sitting in minus. I got the Midas touch. Enemies better line them up. Fight fair, nah, I'll up. Woo! There isn't a plan B, plan A only. Take the fight to their place, tell it to their face. Freedom is what they owe me. They know me cause I'm shaking the room up. And nothing is too much. Take a trip, then I cool off. Let's do lunch. Freedom is ours. You know, fist up, we got power. Woo! Hey, say it again, man, freedom is ours. Fist up in the air, who got the power? You know, hey, say it again, freedom is ours. We got the power, we gonna make it this thing ours. Ooh, we're gonna squeeze that laminator, sweet or sour. We got the room shaking, that be the mood breaker. You better move break, you say it, man, freedom is ours. Hand on the game, We are not playing the same. No, we not looking to change. Hand on the wheel. They think we lacking the drive. Boy, you should stay in your lane. Foot on the gas. I do not care if I crash, long as I stick to the plan. What is the plan? I cannot lie for none of you, long as I know who I am. I'm in control. God got his hand on my soul. And if I land and he got the remote, made it as far as a miracle, miracle. Anything less is cynical, cynical. Staying true, I can't lie in your interview. Tell the truth while you lie with your interview. And your acting is so hypocritical. In control, nothing more, this is minimum. Can't stop now, I'ma grind till I'm ghost. I thank God how he held me down the most. Can't stop now, gotta grind till I'm ghost. Gotta thank God how he held me down the most.
Got the whole team on my back. I ain't worried about no stats. No time to compete.
My God, he's a viral! The best in the game!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Movistar Riders are about to make themselves known. Playoffs is just 4 rounds away as we swap sides, and it's to the T side where they did the ridiculous comeback up against Complexity. It's been head in hands, it's been tuts of tongues, it's been silence on one side, and the juxtaposition with the other. The Spaniards have been roaring their way to finishing this one in style.
Yeah, my heart bleeds for Big right now. The way the rounds went down on Nuke, we thought they could revitalize themselves and look stronger coming to Ancient, but it's actually got worse for them, showing signs of fatigue, frustration, and if they lose this pistol, they are in deep water. We'll see what they can do as Krimbo will be challenging towards Etanos. He's going down, and that's an early frag in favor of the Movistar Riders. Now, they don't have to commit. They don't have to pull the trigger right now, and the CTs are rotating everyone out of B. You can see there's a little bit of confusion. They've lost track of the terrorists now, and they still have the majority of the utility. 2 smokes, a flash, a Molotov. They can fully execute it towards B. And there's actually no one home right now, just tabseN, who is making his way back in towards the bomb side now, but he will be alone. At least he has Julies, boys.
Yeah, right. That's something.
That's all you need.
He's got lots of ammo.
Here we go. Hype's here as well.
tabseN and Hyped.
So
Responsible for the whole B site hold. Flash to set up tabseN. He wants to try and peek off the back of it. They were blind, but Martinez has dealt with him.
No.
Hyped, stuck in the site.
Stay alive, Davi.
Bit of damage onto daviG. He falls back, but Hyped will run him down. Low on health in that exchange, and Alex gets rid of him.
He done that.
How sick was that shot?
Okay, 4 on 2. Retake not looking likely. No kits and just armor on these two. So that means no utility whatsoever. They have to find 4 kills to fuse a bomb. Well, there's the first.
faveN's good. Keto with him. Misses his chance onto Mopoz. And won't get much more of that. Big one back. Keto hits it. Mopoz now onto Keto to stop the defuse. But he chases him down. He's running light on time. No kit. Should be Alex's round. Just plays the time. Forces the hard clear, and it's just not enough for Keto. That is going to lead to 13. Very close to the finish line already.
A valiant effort, though, you have to say.
Dude, I mean, it's a valiant effort, but I mean, I got to say on the other side of things, like, I love that Movistar, for all like the enthusiasm they've had for how much they can feel that this is a victory in their back pocket, they don't rush that down. They play the 2v1 while they win it to time. You know, I think it would have been so easy to go peeking there, right, and like give him the 2v1 with some time left, but they remain measured and they don't celebrate till they've won the pistol. Now they know the game, the playoff run is theirs for the taking.
Bear in mind, Cadian mentioned Big never forced by in the second round, so a sign of the times right now. This is a rare situation for them. They brought up the FAMASs, the MP9s, and if they lose this one, call it GG.
tabseN is on a glass cannon deagle. I think that missed in the previous. He's just like, yeah, someone else do it. Someone else try and take the shots. Krimbo equipped with the armor as well. Saw Salt. He went looking early on A, and I think we're going to be seeing the first poke and prod towards Krimbo's position. You can see the utility heading towards middle now. So the poor Salt, he's about to get a lot sent his way. They'll go off the flash.
Well, must-win round. I think that goes without saying here. Big on the back foot. And an A split looking likely. Pixel peek from Donut. Krimbo trying to work out which piece of utility will be most effective. The nade does no damage. Has a smoke still, and we'll try and wait to the last possible moment to use it, but he's given access to the donut room here.
Smoke would be great now, Krimbo. He's opted for main, worried about the Source Soul walkthrough, but he can always just walk through on a timing as they do start to continue this crawl, full donut pressure. Krimbo wants to go looking. God, this is a hero play if he can pull it off. He doesn't clear his corners. Assumed it was too quiet. And this one is getting worse and worse as time goes on. Keto, 1 HP, does go down eventually. And that is a very convincing 14th. Big Clan absent.
Do you know what the wildest comment from CCT was? Movistar Riders said with this particular lineup, they think they can replicate, if not go further, than their previous lineup and get top 5 in the world again. After the streak they'd had of not winning a best of 3, they still think they can reclaim the throne. So this is a pretty convincing performance.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, this is a bit of a statement, isn't it? Like, dude, no, I mean, I even love how they play that round there. You know, like they get all the donut control and then they like essentially give Big enough rope to like hang themselves, as it were, right? Yeah. They hang out there in donut, they wait for that extension back in, knowing that eventually, right, if risks are being taken, which they probably are in a 4-sport second round, that someone would come their way and would give them, you know, that red carpet rolled out into the A play. Que guapo right now, man. That's a bit of Spanish for you. That's how handsome, because this is a very handsome T-side.
Yeah,
it really is.
A very handsome AWPer as well, with 21 kills, 4 deaths, and he's taken 6 opening duels with 5 successes. An interesting tidbit while we mention that is that Hyped, in the face of a 14-3, is still 5-1 in opening duels as well. So he was doing his best in that first half, but it's not translated very well.
Shout out to young gun Krimbo as well. He's got 15 kills. He's trying to keep this dream alive, convince his teammates they can still do it, but only a couple of rounds separate them from elimination from ESL Pro League. And Movistar Riders, the unlikely team. No one expected them to make it through. It's looking like a lock-in right now. So a tactical timeout. Last chance to discuss their options here, and they've had to force buy again, boys. That's pretty much the only option they have. So MP9s, 3 for masses, no kits, bare bones utility, a deep breath, and we're off into round number 18 here. Alex to lead the charge towards middle. 3 CTs head in towards the B bomb site, maybe trying to go for that cave control, take the fight towards Martinez, but he has looked lights out so far. Tabson is locked in the corner. MP9 only, he can't retreat, but they don't peek.
They're flashing him. Tabson eats the flashbang, reveals he's eaten it. Doesn't get punished. Martinez, too well trained, and that is a CT smoke that will buy time. They can go a peek towards the mid side if they fancy. Couple of wall bangs, speculative bullets from Keto, nothing concrete.
Dude, even how they just played that one moment was like perfect. The fact that they didn't pounce, right? They hear Tabson flashed and he's firing off. That wasn't like a bait. That wasn't a ruse. He was full blind. But Big recognized how dire that position was for Tabson to be in. They had a second man playing in the cave, ready to like trade contact with Tabson. And Movistar never even fall for that bait and switch setup. They just call the bluff on it straight away. And they don't expose themselves to that. So they've mitigated the risks to open up this round. They've got themselves some control over here in middle. But a lot might be left hinging on this fight over towards top red.
Tabson, that is a big frag to post. It's his 4th. More needed where that came from. Alex gets run down. Big Clan putting their name in the feed. And it should be more where that came from. faveN, he's got Martinez on a silver platter. Doesn't get the round winner. But the bomb did get put down. That's Tabson with another contribution.
So now for Sosol, let's see if he can just cause some damage here. Take some players down with him. That would be ideal. Just trying to deploy all the utility. Flush any CTs out on the other side. Can't do it though. Convincing round from Big. The force buy works out for them as we go 14-4 now. Money still available for Movistar Riders. They don't have to buy this one. Could do a partial. It would be AK's armor and a couple of flashes if they did buy. So they are confirming the purchase. Mac 10 for Mopos to get a bit of utility here, but they're going to try and go for it. It will be a pause called as well, just to know. Round number 19 coming up very shortly, and it is technical. We've got that slight FPS bug, which happens every now and then. Just have to type in a command, and you should be good to go.
The log address.
Yeah, I always forget it when it happens to me. I always panic and have to try and call a pause, and then it never happens, and everyone gets mad.
Yeah, just it's a feature, not a bug. Just randomly.
I just play with the low frames. It's
yeah.
lit.
15
Feels
FPS.
like I'm like in the past again.
So what can be done?
60 hertz lifestyle. Respect to any of our 65 hertz or 70 hertz gamers, as we are ready to rock and or roll to be. As a lot, in fact, the whole squad are coming on over.
Well, it's a long road here on Ancient for Big, but it all started the previous round. Here comes a full commitment with the Mac 10. faveN was good for a double, though, but Keto in a prime position, should be able to mow them down, but Martinez fighting back 3-on-2 in favor of the Germans here. Plenty of time. Do they want to keep committing to this? Pushing through the smoke. They'll find one back.
This is all on the next duel. Soul nails the headshot. Does go down. We got a one-on-one, baby. It's the two highest flyers on both sides. It's like picking your champion. Mortal combat between the two of them. Oh, they're going to meet head on. Krimbo's got a read for this.
Krimbo's got the advantage for sure. And he takes it down. Converted. Another huge round there. And that's more like it. Krimbo showing that he's still up for it. As you said, he is the high flyer, 18 kills to his name. The closest on his team is faveN with 9. So he is keeping the dream alive for now. And that's a huge round to pick up because now the money is shattered.
Yeah, you know, it doesn't surprise me that we're getting Krimbo looking this good, right? Like, he's a grinder. He's someone who's put in a lot of hours. He's young, so he can do that, right? That's why I kind of thought we'd have a better game out of Hyped as well. You know, he's a little quiet, but I think if you can get Hype switched online, if you can have him and Krimbo, you know, delivering some top-shelf performances, maybe there's still a chance here. Now, that is a little rough. That's a bit of an extension, isn't it?
He's just ran in towards the A tunnels there and given up his AK-47. The round will be fine. It's Glocks otherwise, but still, that's an interesting one to kick the round off. Well handled. tabseN taking matters into his own hands. They should be fine as they bring the round under control here. No harm, no foul, I suppose. Mopos, the last player remaining towards middle, should be dealt with as well. So there we go. A little bit rough to kick things off here, but now he's shooting the bodies as well. Okay. So this is looking more promising. There's some smiles on the faces now after posting 3 in a row.
Trying to get the juices flowing. I mean, it is now or never.
Yeah, absolutely. This is about as bad as it gets, really. Last map of the tournament. Elimination on the line. You're on the CT side and you're 14-6 down.
And it's Ancient as well, the T side, notorious.
So, no AWP in play, but AKs across the board for Movistar Riders.
They're going for mid. Smoked off. Hyped won't be disrespecting that. So with the 2 smokes down, they get a lot of control. This is how it's getting more and more vogue as, oh, Alex, he's going to have a walk past him. Hype does well to find a frag onto daviG.
Yeah. Made the most of a bad situation, but a 4-on-4 technically favors the T side, and this is a key frag. tabseN converts it, but down he goes. The trade potential is very high indeed. Martinez continues to strike heads. And with 1 minute 20 as well, they can bleed the CTs out here. They're desperate for information. You can see them trying to coordinate together, push towards middle, and find something in return. Oh, you don't see this too often.
Yeah, this is, they've completely left this B side of the map. You got these flashes back in spawn, but you're never going to retrieve them. You better hope that you're not wishing you had a flashbang in this retake.
3 together on either side.
You know, they have just done a little bit of a split up. Keto to investigate A, faveN as well, but puts Krimbo on a bit of an island now. He has got the flank time.
This is kind of weird.
Had it. It's held now. Oh, Shadow. Oh, and a messy spray. Martinez, he just tames the beast in time.
Yeah, the garden hose almost got out of control there.
Keto's going to be able to grab some of this util out of spawn. The one thing that does kind of screw him here is the kits are dropped in mid and down ramps. So you're hoping that this isn't left to Keto to try and clutch out, because then time becomes a factor. faveN's got the other kit, and he spots this man in the corner, but Martinez isn't budging. Finally gets that kill. Time's getting away from them, and faveN will fall.
That's the kit.
That's a kit closer to the site, though. Keto's still in with a chance here, but he's going to back out of the round. He's going to concede this one. And so Movistar Riders are up on a 15. They've got so many chances, 9 to be exact, to close this game out.
It gets worse as well, Harry. I'm afraid there's only $2,000 per player on the big side. They've saved an M4A4 so they can literally just buy pistols and armor and basic utility and have an M4 here to try and fight for their tournament life. It doesn't get worse than this. They somehow win this round.
That Krimbo death would have been a nice one to avoid as well. He'd have had an extra rifle, but perhaps losing that, forcing the rebuy as we are going into what should be Movistar. A matter of time. A matter of time for them to taste victory and secure playoffs of Pro League. It's going to be feeling incredible for them. Yeah, the individuals, I mean, yeah, exactly. Just so humbled and not by their own choice or design. And it has been a long road back to the top. Playoffs at Pro League certainly is...
That's a milestone for them,
a milestone, a perfect word for it, Henry.
So we'll see what they can make of it. Do they convert it? Close it out now. The best opportunity they'll ever have to make it to a playoff bracket. up against pistols, SMGs, but a massive front door grenade lands there. And for now, making their way in towards the A site. Is a bit of a stack here.
I liked Hype's angle as well. You're not going to have much luck if he's on that signpost. Just hits a nice, quick 5-7 headshot. Lining up for an interesting one. Sorsol will get the smoke out. They're going to head mid-late. Krimbo's just jumping for info. He lined himself up a smoke he can peek over the top of, but he's not going to choose to do so. So they will continue this mid-crawl. It's Mopoz and Hype's caught him. There was a gap in the donut smoke and it's profitable.
Krimbo's put a decoy down behind this smoke at top mid, making it look like someone's shooting through. Hyped is also farming on the 5-7, and now they discount it. He creeps past his own decoy, puts up one. daviG and Sorsol left to try and take this one over the line, but Hype just continues racking up headshots, and so for Movistar Riders, 8 chances left.
And, well, we'll see what Big can make of it here. They've got AK-47s now. They've shattered the finances of the Spaniards. Should just be a full eco, eh? They don't really have to buy anything. They're not trying to win this round. You're not trying to steal it away. Take the full eco. Accept it for what it is. Excellent work here with the 5-7 as well. The gap in the smoke, Alex caught it perfectly. He manages to exploit it and run away with the round here. And it is going to be the full eco, so it's the correct call for Movistar Riders here. They'll have decent cash into the follow-up round where they'll be able to pick up 2,400 on top of their 2K right now. So
I quite like Mopoz taking the bomb B while they're going to try and show presence mid and A and just hope that miraculously that one of them hits a deagle headshot that forces a rotate. It's interesting, certainly. They went towards A-halls and didn't find anything particularly exciting. That is something. daviG has caught Hyped. Tamsin still has mid-info. And they're actually rotating back to Mopoz. So not sure what they've seen or what they're happy with. Objective plant. Keto just with his jiggle smoke defensive cave. faveN holding on towards ramp. And it should just be a lovely spray down from faveN here, right? 30 bullets on that AK-47. Gets to have a lot of fun with this one. Farm up a couple of extra frags for the stats. And then get ready for the next big test. Good timing from Keto. Throws out the incendiary.
yeah, they're really allowing daviG to explore his options toward the top of B, but finally he is shut down. That's faveN.
Oh, that was a Glock dink.
What? No helmet hurts. Martinez jumps straight into faveN, and that's the spray we were talking about. Hold on,
no,
AK's
this
out.
could get weird.
Yeah, if he... Oh my god, he's going to die. He's dead. He's dead. Oh! Tamsin holds on, and Mopoz will get him, but still, it's a 1v2 for Mopoz. I wouldn't write him out of this script. But a nice angle held. Krimbo should have... Yeah, perfect timing, just as he cycled to the bomb, but that would have been a horrible way to go down. That could, I mean, for all big fans around the world and the big clan themselves, they had needed to convert that one, just not to go home completely frothing at the mouth.
It kind of speaks volumes that, like, you even get worried about a full Glock round there for a moment, right? Like, oh, dude, and it started with this blinder from daviG down through mid.
And 2 felt like enough, but then it was the damage, the dink that Tamsin took. He got nervous for him in that temple, but they do well, especially Tamsin taking one more just to reduce the threat. A little smirk out of him. It's good to see him smiling again. He was stone-faced for the majority of that first half.
He really was. But now, 7 rounds in a row on a full buy. Not impossible. Certainly difficult, but this is when the psychological aspect of Counter-Strike comes through. Movistar Riders know it's a tall order to take big to 16. Can they find the killing blow here?
But, you know, if you did want to run down, like, the armchair psychologist angle, the stone face theory, you know, Big are starting to kind of brighten up a little bit more right now. It is super late in the game to be smiling.
Sure.
But that's how it begins.
Well, it's not the most convincing buy. Look, we're at 1 minute 40. There's no grenades on the T side. They've got 1 smoke remaining here. Sure, they've expended a couple, but there's nothing to finish off of an execution here, hoping this mid-control will pay dividends. But Martinez, lucky to be alive there, takes a flashbang to the face, and it's full contact in towards A. And guess who's waiting? It's Hyped. Pretty much guaranteed himself a kill here if he can hold his nerve.
When he's given openings, he... Oh, Krimbo. He knows daviG's a dead man. A big first, and Hyped will contribute. The orb connects. And you know what they say, Harry? Every great journey starts with a single step. Another round ahead of Big Clan. And this could be a very convincing one.
Now this is looking like Big Clan again.
Yeah, they're back.
That's the problem. It's maybe too little too late, but this is very convincing. 3 AK-47s in their arsenal as well now. Martinez, no way of winning the round as they hunt him down. Make sure they get the AWP out of his hands here.
There's one. They're hunting him, though, and they will run him down, removing that AWP from play. All right, then, Big, 6 rounds away from tying this up. Movistar have got 6 chances to close it out. We're in a spot where either Big, they get switched on at just the right moment, they somehow claw this back. It would be a comeback of epic proportions if they do, or there's going to be this gut punch feeling that they did get back into the swing of things, they did rebuild, but it was just far too late in the game.
Well, here we go, the Tech-9 round.
These are scary rounds, Hank.
They really are. They can fall apart because weird and wacky situations come a knock-in, and Martinez about to present one. He's so fast through Donut. Players spewing into the bomb site now. It's up to Krimbo. Needs to find at least one more, but it'll be dropped. Is this where it comes crashing down for Big? It looks like it now. 4-on-2. Hyped and faveN on the retake, and Hyped is in the smoke right now, stuck in towards CT spawn.
Oh my god, Big Clan's players are all just resisting the temptation, the urge to rip their headsets off in frustration as it's all onto Hyped. He's gone, and the Movistar Riders gallop into the ESL Pro League Season 17 playoffs.
What a performance that was. Epic from Movistar Riders. They came out swinging today. You could see the hunger, the passion they had. And unfortunately for Big, I think it was fatigue that got them in the end. They just didn't look themselves in this series, especially in the first half of this map. A complete collapse, but it's understandable, right? They gave it their all in the second, which was admirable, but just a little too late.
Yeah, 9 multi-kill rounds out of Martin.